So today we're going to be talking about how to find the area of a square. And I have some good news for you if you know how to find the area of a rectangle. If you recall, the area of a rectangle was length times width. This was the area formula for rectangles, right? So if you remember this is actually going to be very helpful for your square. You can actually use the same formula. You don't even need to remember the formula for the square because the rectangle formula will work. And that's because the square is a special type of rectangle. So let's see how it works. Let's say for this square, the length was, let's say, 4 feet. And of course, because all the sides of a square are the same, we know the width to also be 4 feet. So just pick a side for your length. Let's say that's length. The adjacent, trying to stay very familiar with what we did for the area of a rectangle. The adjacent one is going to be your width, which is once again 4 feet. The area tells you to do length times width, and that's just going to be 4 feet times 4 feet. What's 4 times 4? That's 16, and you take your units, don't forget your units, and you square the units. You need to remember that your units are going to be square units when you finish. This is the answer to how to find the area of this particular square. And notice we use our area formula for the rectangle. That's all you have to do. You don't even need to remember another formula. However, there is a special formula for squares. And that's because, once again, squares are a special type of rectangle. You don't need to worry about length times width because all the sides are the same. So we have a formula that takes advantage of that. And that's going to be the area for squares is going to be side times side, or another way of writing that is side squared. So the area is going to be side squared, multiplying your side by any other side since they're all the same. Now you see this is the same thing that we did up here. If you started with side times side, well, any two sides, because all of these sides are going to be the same, doesn't matter which one you choose, you end up with the same thing. 4 feet times 4 feet, which is going to give you 16 feet squared. So you have options when you're trying to find the area of a square. Now, don't think that you can use this for your rectangles. It doesn't work that way. This can go both ways because a square is a special type of rectangle. So the area formula for your rectangles will work for your squares. But because squares are special, you can't use their formula for rectangles. It doesn't work that way. But regardless of whatever one you're choosing, know that both of them will give you the right answer when you're trying to find the area for your square. So let's get some more numbers out here. Let's say we have a different square here. Instead of, I'll just erase everything. Instead of a 4x4, let's say our square was a bit bigger. And it was, let's say, 12 by 12. And this is going to be yards. 12 yards by 12 yards. Now, you can use the area formula for a rectangle, but because we have a square formula, let's try to use that one. This is side squared, or just side times side. You don't even need to do the adjacent for this one. So let's say we, instead of putting it here, we put it here. They're all the same, so it doesn't really matter where you put them. But just to kind of show a distinction between the area formula for squares and the area formula for rectangles, you had to have them adjacent for rectangles. You don't need to for your square. They're all the same. So we have 12 yards, 12 yards. We're told to do multiplication. We're multiplying both sides. So that's going to be area equals 12 yards times 12 yards. Well, what's 12 times 12? Well, it's going to be 144. But our units have to be square units, not what we started with. So we have yards squared. So unlike for your rectangles where you need to have the two adjacent sides, for your squares, you just need to have one side, plug it into your formula, and that's how you're going to find the area for your square. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today. And if you did, be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. See you again next week.